Welcome to Business Class, a podcast for people wanting to upgrade their thinking, upgrade their learning, and upgrade their life. I'm your host, Eugenia, founder of Business Class Collective, best-selling author and life coach. If you're an entrepreneur, a startup, or someone who dreams of reaching their full potential, then you're in the right place. You'll feel empowered and inspired to design the life you've always wanted. Let's do this. Gorgeous people, and welcome back to the show. I'm really happy that you've joined me here again, and I'm really excited to have you with me. Today, we'll be discussing how to have your happiest and most joyous day ever. So let's get started. Now, who wouldn't want to win a lottery, move to a tropical paradise, or live the high life dressed to the nines, sipping champagne on a Mediterranean cruise, seeing the Aegean from afar? Oh, I know I would. So these experiences might be full of excitement and adventure. Oh, and a touch of glamour too. Or let's be honest, loads of glamour if you're cruising the Mediterranean. But to find lasting joy, that comes from daily habits. Lasting happiness and joy is not over here or over there or on some magical carpet ride. It's not when you get everything you want, but instead it's when you get everything that you need. Or it's when you want everything you have. Bucket lists can be filled to the brim with fantasies and dreams, and they allow us to plan our escape from the everyday. I know that I do. I'm dreaming of a European holiday in a beautiful summer location, thinking, Spain, Italy, Greece, how wonderful would that be? But that's not my everyday. So how do I bring that beautiful feeling of escaping into the everyday? So the real question is how to make a mundane Wednesday a wonderful Wednesday. The answer is in doing things that make you feel optimistic, grateful, and fulfilled. It's about positive psychology. It's about the daily habits that are simple and intentional, and practices that promote joy and happiness. So have a little think about how it is that you can incorporate in your day things that you love to do. So the French call it the joie de vivre, joy of living, a life that's filled with exuberance, enjoyment, and cheerfulness. So we don't wait for the special occasions to use our special things. No, don't always wait for special occasions to dress up. Bring that wonderful exuberance and love of life into your everyday and have a holiday at home and feel that wonderful feeling of immersing yourself in your community and bringing your best self to your everyday. So how do we incorporate happiness into our everyday? Well, there's lots of things we can do. As I've just said, dress up, show up, mix it up a bit, go to places that you haven't been, be a tourist in your own city. And become inspired. Go to the art galleries, go to parks and gardens, take a different walk. So science tells us there's a few ways that we can do this. One is to prioritise sleep. So why don't you aim this week to try going to bed 30 minutes before your usual bedtime? It sounds simple, doesn't it? But if you find yourself sleepy during the day and lacking motivation as you meet deadlines, those extra Z's will help you greatly and you'll become a better person for it during your everyday. So exercise releases those wonderful feel-good hormones, the endorphins that promote feelings of well-being and glowiness. I know that when I incorporate regular exercise into my routine, everything changes. Not only my physique, but my complexion and my outlook, and I'm happier and more excited about life. So schedule your favourite activities into your day. It could be walking or swimming or cycling and running, hitting the gym, or doing whatever tickles your fancy to get you feeling fantastic. For me, believe it or not, it's walking, swimming, and ballet bar. But without a tutu. So the other option is meditation. So meditation doesn't need to happen as a dedicated place in the lotus position. You can actually meditate on your daily walk or your commute to work, that's if you're not driving, while taking a rest or sitting in your garden. The benefits come from getting out of your head and becoming more aware of the sensations of your body and your breath. Just a few minutes a day can help tremendously, and you'll reap the great benefits of meditation. It doesn't need to be long, it can just be a few minutes, but that quiet time, the stilling of the mind and coming into the body and being aware of the breath or the sensations of what you're feeling, like where your feet are, how you're sitting in your chair or lying on the lounge or sitting in the garden, bringing the awareness inwards rather than in the mind. So that's a really good way to get out of your head. The other important thing is being social. So we all enjoy our alone time, but it's equally important to schedule a catch-up with family and friends. So being social is an important piece of the happiness puzzle. A Harvard study explains that social connections not only give us pleasure, they also influence our long-term health in ways every bit as powerful as adequate sleep, a good diet, and not smoking. People who have satisfying relationships with family and friends and have fun and catch up and have dinners or drinks or walks together, they appear happier, and they also have fewer health problems because that social connection is really important. It's a bit like the mystery behind the Mediterranean diet. We know that in the Mediterranean diet, it's more of a lifestyle than a diet. So the socialization is an important bit. The physical activity is an important part of that way of life, as is the food itself and how it's shared around the table. All of those elements come together to improve health and wellness, and not feeling isolated, but instead feeling connected and part of something greater. So, pick up the phone, organise a date, and get yourself out there and be happy and be social. Now, on another note, so it's about staying intimate with your lover. So, whisper sweet nothings straight to their smartphone, run a bubble bath, rub your partner's shoulders, have a hug, compliment one another, and build a bond that is stronger and happier. Leave little notes, have little surprises, show them that you care. Building that relationship makes for a much happier and healthier and better everyday life. And finally, gratitude. I know we hear a lot about gratitude, but it's an antidote to negative emotions. So make every day a day that you feel grateful. If you feel yourself sliding down the rabbit hole in negativity, immediately come to your senses. Think about what it is that you can see, hear, smell, taste, or touch. Like literally come to your senses. It'll circuit break the negative thoughts that can often consume our minds. And we're all guilty of this. But the power is with us, and we can show gratitude every single day. I do it when I find that rockstar car park, just when I've arrived somewhere and a car park is free and it's right out the front. How wonderful. I say thank you. As soon as I find it, I say thank you. And I'm saying that to the greater powers that are. So when your friend shouts you a drink or buys you dinner, as my friend bought me dinner this week, be grateful, say thank you, and say thank you in your heart as well, like deep within your heart. Have that gratitude, like feel it within your body. When your neighbour comes with homemade goodies, say thank you, feel it, experience it, be present and have gratitude. It's wonderful when your colleague asks if they can help you out with a task and you've never expected it, but they do, and it's wonderful. Say thank you. And at the end of the day, think of 3 things that you're grateful for, whether it's your health, family, and purpose, or anything else. But those 3 things are a great place to start. So today, as you go about your day, bring your happiest and most joyous day to fruition by being present and doing all that you can to have that wonderful feeling of getting up and enjoying life. It passes too quickly, and if there's anything that you can do to make the world a better place, it's to embrace the joy and happiness of each day. So I hope this little podcast, it's short, sharp and shiny, but I hope it helps you to recalibrate your day. Think about holidaying at home and bringing that wonderful feeling of a love of life into your life every single day. Thanks for joining me. Until next time. You've been listening to Business Class presented by Eugenia Panterhouse, founder of Business Class Collective. If you haven't yet, go to Apple Podcast, subscribe, rate and review this podcast. Share the love and let your family and friends know too. You can follow Business Class Collective on Instagram and Facebook. Join me next time.